Hello people, I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi there.
We're gonna look at a trailer aptly named Penguin. I say aptly because it's my favorite animal in the world.
Is it really?
Besides puppies, yes, I love penguins. I mean, that's probably, it has a lot to do with legacy because penguins I associate with soulmates, even though that's totally false, because the March of the Penguins proved that wrong. The penguin thing only lasts a year. That's a relationship, a short-term relationship. Penguin, official teaser, Keerthy, Suresh, Karthik, Subbaraj, Amazon Prime Video, 19th June. I am proving that I can read. Those are all the names. Listen to this. So it's written and directed by Karthik, and the actual trailer comes out June 11th. This is available in Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam.
That's really pretty.
That's really pretty.
But it sounds scary.
It's matching color.
Oh no.
Oh Lord. Why Chaplin?
What?
Oh, this is layered with a lot of stuff. I don't know if you all know, but Hitler chose the mustache that he did because of Chaplin, because of the likability that Chaplin had.
Oh wow, and now no one can wear that mustache ever again.
Well, exactly. And then Chaplin was, of course, enraged. And so he made his, I forget what his movie was called, but it's The Dictator.
Yes.
He has a movie called The Dictator where he basically is mocking Hitler, which Hitler didn't like. Poor Hitler. Poor Hitler's feelings. Fuck Hitler. Yeah, I don't know if there is any reasoning like that involved other than like, because Chaplin is one of the, in my opinion, one of the most likable faces of all time.
Yeah.
You know, he brings you joy. And so to use that as a means of eliciting fear is just like, it's upsetting. And I wonder if there is any connection to the historical context that I mentioned at all, whatsoever. Maybe not, probably not. I'm just using weird information to... Okay, so the basis of the story is a mom loses her child, and there is this fantasy vision sequence because she sees the child going off and there's the umbrella and some matching colors, which indicates to you that that is a vision and not reality, I think.
Really? So then the murder is a fantasy and not reality?
No, she's having a hallucination at post losing her child, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just thought
It's like
that was just a pretty image, that's
No,
all.
I think that it's a dream sequence after she loses her child and she's like longing for her child. It's trauma. She's dealing with trauma in that dream sequence. I am imagining is what that was. I can only imagine just like the emotional toll, the mental toll it would take on you to lose your child. I mean, you hear all the statistics espoused in movies, and if you don't find your child in the first 24 hours, most likely they're dead.
Yep.
And that's like the worst possible feeling, the worst thing. I can't even like put myself in that. Anytime I see that happen in stories, like the most famous one I can think of is Minority Report and Ransom. And in both of those, it's just like, it's horrific, you know, and you see the toll it takes on them. And I think that accessing that information is probably one of the easiest things to do as an actor because it's horrific. Mm-hmm. It's just like horrific to consider like what that would do to you. And I know that child trafficking is a huge thing. They turn into sex slaves, turn into all kinds of nasty things. Or if they're not just murdered, like I don't know what's going on with the Chaplin thing here.
It's certainly intriguing. I think that, you know, the trailer is looking really beautiful. Like the shots are really, really nice. Like all of those wide aerial shots and the colors and everything, the music, it really sets the tone. Like, you know, right away, it's beautiful, but also scary AF, you know? Like it's that kind of psychological terror that you're talking about something that we can kind of relate to and that is just horrific.
Those shots that you're talking about have two effects. One is it adds a massive amount of production value because drone shot equals money. And the other part is it adds this kind of aloofness that we feel, this sort of disconnect that we feel, which I imagine is what the character's feeling. It's like she feels lost. And when you have those high up shots and you see the characters, the police people or whoever, anyone, looking small in the frame, it just makes you feel like kind of the God's eye, the bird's eye view, of like you being disconnected from humanity in a way, and maybe losing yourself, departing from Earth. It's one of those things that you watch and you get what the character's going through right away. There's not much the show or the film has to do to get you on board with her endeavor. Like you immediately understand, as much as it's probably an exercise in futility. There was an Angelina Jolie film of the same thing.
The Changeling?
The Changeling. Yeah, well, losing your kid is just always bad, you know?
Yeah.
I remember when this is sort of a random story, and I don't remember if I've told it to you or to anyone, but there was an instance where we thought we lost my brother.
Oh.
I never told it to you? Okay, so here's the story.
Oh, I think you did.
Well, either way, a lot of you guys haven't heard it. So the story was, my brother and I were at home, and it was a summer vacation, and I was playing video games, and I was looking around, and I couldn't find my brother anywhere in the house. I got really scared, and I looked in the backyard, I looked under my dad's bed, couldn't see him, and I woke up my dad. I'm like, I don't know where Greg is, but I heard a car stop, open its door, close its door, and then go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so this idea was like I couldn't get the idea out of my head that someone had kidnapped him. And so we're looking all around the neighborhood. I'm pretty sure I've told this story on YouTube before, now that I'm saying the details. But like, anyway, I was looking all around the neighborhood. There's this Mexican boxer who was staying in that neighborhood because he had a fight that week or something like that. So he's running around the neighborhood looking.
Oh my gosh.
My neighbor across the street, we're all looking everywhere. And my dad is calling up my mom at her job and on the phone with her coworker, who my mom is best friends with, and she's laughing hysterically, going, stop joking, Steven. And my dad's like, I am not kidding. He was so upset. Anyway, cops show up, and the cop was like, so chill. Like, I've never seen a cop this chill in my life, other than when my car got broken into in my garage. I've never seen a cop so chill. But anyway, he goes, just do me a favor, just check under the bed one more time. And so I did. And I look, and there's a little Greg-shaped thing under the bed. And I was like, are you kidding me? And he just happened to be there the whole time. And what happened was he decided we were playing hide and go seek. And he just didn't tell anybody. And so when I saw him the first time, he's like, oh, I hope he doesn't see me. And then he got scared because he heard all the kerfuffle going on, like all the noise and hubbub. He's like, well, I better just shut the fuck up and stay here, because I'm gonna get my ass whooped if I say something at this point. And then, I yanked him out from under the bed and everything was okay. And the cops went about their day and everyone was like, wow, that was a lot of wasted, unnecessary time. So,
wow.
But yeah, I was crying that day, like, because I thought he was gone. I thought someone had taken him, you know?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like it, and even the raincoat and the umbrella and stuff.
I did think about that.
It was kind of giving me it vibes, except it's yellow or orange or whatever the color was instead of red. And no balloons, but you know, it kind of has that feeling, right? Where all the other colors are really muted except for the color of the raincoat that
and the umbrella. They were matching colors. It had a very ethereal quality to it.
Yeah.
I guess the question is like, I still want to know why the chaplain mask. That's the first question I have. Is it just a creative choice? And there's nothing deeper than that? Like, I decided to wear blue right now, and there's nothing to it more than that. Or is there some sort of hidden meaning in there that the director, the writers wanted to put in there? And what's the meaning of that color, the orange color? It was orange, right? It was matching, and that's what led me to think that it was a dream sequence as opposed to something real. Mm-hmm. And moreover, like, someone is escorting her son away from her. Who does the mom think it is? She's seeing this figure from behind with her child.
I thought that was her.
Walking off with her child?
Yeah, I thought they were going for a walk.
Well, why was she running towards a fence freaking out?
Well, because that's later on. Oh. Okay, now I'm confused. Oh, yeah. Maybe that is Chaplin in the coat. Okay, I'm on board now. I
mean, I'm thinking it's a vision and not real. And the even the shot alone is giving me Terminator 2 vibes, because that's the same exact shot of Sarah Connor when she was having a vision of the world being destroyed. I know that's probably not a connection at all, and it's just a coincidence that the exact same shot in the exact same kind of situation, but that's the vibe I'm getting, and it's right before Sarah Connor got obliterated by a nuclear bomb in the dream sequence. Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Great movie. But in that dream sequence, because you said she's seeing herself, and that's what made me even more think of Terminator 2. Because in Terminator 2, she sees herself with John Connor in 1984 or something like that, like years ago, and she's like, stop it, you're all gonna die, and then everyone dies.
No, I think you might be right that it is the killer, the Chaplin guy. Maybe he offered the kid some candy.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, would you like a chocolate?
Right.
And the kid's like, cool.
There's a lot of interesting imagery throughout this video, and as you pointed out, the overhead shots was one of them. But here we have a shot at about 28 seconds in where she's holding the help me find my lost child papers, right?
I think they're called missing posters.
Missing posters, yeah, there you go. I mean, tomato. So, I call them milk carton papers.
Okay,
That's
fair
a
enough.
joke. That's a joke for if you're young enough, you'd get that joke. Or you have to also be in the US to understand that joke. But so she's got the papers and they're like flying off. And I don't know what she's looking at, if she's just in a daze. But she put several of the pictures on the tree. That's a waste of paper. But she put several pictures on the single tree, right? And obviously she's in a situation where she's trying to take the situation into her own hands.
Right.
As pointless and frivolous as that might be, given the circumstances, but like you understand the desire to do so, to take action, but why is she stopping? Why are the papers flying out of her hand? Does she see Chaplin? Does she see her kid? Is she caught in a trance because she's in another dream state? Like, what's going on?
I don't know.
I'm just asking questions. And what does the name mean?
Yeah.
I guess penguin would refer to the name of the killer. The penguin killer.
Oh, perhaps. For a second there, I thought maybe it was like a chocolate because they have penguin chocolates, quite tasty.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the trailer. Definitely looking forward to hearing more about this film. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Let us know in the comments what you think this is all about, or what's going on. Why the Chaplin? Why the color of the umbrella and the coat? And was that a dream sequence or was that real? Hit us with all the details you're thinking about in the comments below. And thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.